Hey guys, I hope you all are doing good. Um, in this video, I'll be covering the introduction to the course data structures. Before I start, I'll just give you guys a basic introduction about myself. My name is Jaskirat. I am fourth year computer science student right now at the University of Guelph, and I'm trying to build a career in machine learning and artificial intelligence. As a side project, in the summers, I started working on my YouTube channel teaching courses, and I've already uploaded one course which is called SIS 1910, or I should say Discrete Mathematics. That course has received a very good response in my university, so I decided that I should start with the data structure series. And in this video, I'll be covering what sections I'm doing and what different topics we will be covering, and also how I plan to cover this course in detail, right? So there's going to be 4 different sections in this series that I'm going to be covering. We're going to start with the foundations, intro to data structures, memory, pointers, and time complexity, right? So just to give you like a basic clue, what we're going to do is I'm going to cover this entire course theoretically in C, meaning whatever code I write on the board and whatever concepts I explain on the board will be using the C language. And the reason for that is C is like a old language in a sense, right? And it requires a lot more understanding, and it will be used to explain you guys in depth how actually things work, right? Python is one of those languages which takes care of a lot of things for us, right? In terms of memory allocation or pointers and a lot of these things, right? Languages like Python, they already take care of these things for us, but C is where you actually understand how things are being implemented. And that is basically the reason that theoretically I'll be covering this course in C language. But following each concept, I will be solving practical questions using the Python language, right? I think this would be a very good idea. So just to give you guys a basic example, right? What I'll do is I'll start with, let's say we start with the strings concepts, right? So I'll explain you guys how strings work, what they are in detail, and then I'll give the C code on the board, and also we will solve it on my computer, like how the C code looks like, running the code as well. But when it comes to practically solving string questions, right, which will be followed by the string lecture, what I'll do is I'll use the Python language and then solve questions on strings, right? It could be LeetCode questions, it could be anything, but they will be covered in Python. So I think what this will do is it will clear the theoretical understanding, one, and then it will also give you guys a practical experience of solving questions. And I think reason for Python in LeetCode is very simple. It's just most of the interviews and most of the companies prefer Python in my opinion, and I think Python is also easier to implement and learn in the first case. So this series is going to be for people. It could be for two types of people. If you are an undergrad student, then obviously you can take this course, understand the lectures, theory, etc. Or maybe if you're someone who wants to take interviews and is preparing for interviews, then I think this is also going to be helpful because we will be covering questions in LeetCode, right? So section 2 is going to be all the linear data structures. It's going to be arrays, searching algorithms, sorting algorithms, strings, structures, linked lists, etc. These are more simpler concepts in my opinion, so they're easier to understand and easier to implement as well. So, but we will still cover them in a good detail, and I think this will give you guys a good idea and strengthen your basic concept, right? Moving on. In section 3, we will be covering non-linear data structures. These are going to be more difficult to understand. They have a lot more understanding required in a sense, and they are also tricky to implement in LeetCode questions as well, right? So it's going to be trees, BSTs, heaps, hashings, graphs, etc., right? And moving on, in section 4 is just going to be in-depth problem solving for LeetCode. I'm going to be following, like I'm going to be doing LeetCode in every single section, section 2, 3, both of them. But we will also cover deep questions, and like properly, I'm going to make a lot of questions in LeetCode at the end of the series, right? So I think that's going to be very helpful. And that's pretty much it for this lecture. If there's anything, this is not the final series, I should say. This is not like all the topics I'm going to be covering. I might be adding some things as well along the way, right? But this is going to be like the basic structure of this course. And I really hope that you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in the first lecture.